Hey everyone, your designers are here.
I'm Anita at Cedar Hill Farmhouse.
And I'm Yvonne at Stone Gable.
And I'm Kelly at My Soulful Home.
And we have tips and tricks and decorating advice for you. So let's get started.
This is episode 121, Adding Elegance to Your Home, which is a favorite topic of mine.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
So let's talk about bringing elegance to our homes.
I love this.
What is something, okay, Kelly, what's something
Yes.
that you add to your home to add elegance?
Well, it's sort of an intangible. My
Mhm.
first thing
Yeah,
is
it's true.
restraint.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is so interesting you say that because that is what I said last night. I was talking to myself. I mean, thinking about what I was going to say. Not talking to myself,
Hey,
but
I
thinking
talk to
about-
myself all the time. It's a sign of creativity.
Well, I was thinking about what I was going to say, and that was the one word I came up with was restraint. And I thought, how am I going to explain that elegance
Ding, ding, ding,
is
ding,
restraint?
ding,
Yes,
ding.
it is. Tip of the day.
Ding, ding,
Yep,
ding, ding,
you're
ding,
right.
ding. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So explain what you mean by that.
Well, I mean, you can sum it up in that old famous phrase,
Mhm.
less is more.
Less is
You
more.
don't want to overdo. It's not going to look elegant. Think about an outfit. What is so elegant about the little black dress? But if you had the little black dress and then you had on big flowery heels with stuff coming off them, and then you had giant dangly earrings, and then you put on a necklace, and then you added some bangles.
So then
and
maybe it's getting a little on the gaudy side.
maybe it's getting nice. So that's not restraint. You want to
Mhm.
pull back. So you want to edit and curate and
Mhm.
use some restraint. You don't have to put out everything you own, even if it's a collection.
Well, and here's the
Sometimes it just
Mhm.
tips the scale to being too much, and then you rotate.
right.
your
So
collection.
when we say restraint, though, it's restraint in certain ways and not in other ways.
See,
For
I think it's
example-
restraint in color.
Well,
Restraint
that's what I was.
color.
Well, and in
Yeah.
pattern. If you've
Yes,
got
yes, yes,
fabrics,
Yes.
the simpler the patterns, the
Yes.
more
Mhm.
elegant. The more color, the more pattern, the more
Right.
going on in a fabric.
Right.
Really, it
I'm back to
tends
the
not
dress.
to be
the
so much
little
elegance.
black dress is
Mhm.
not a floral Tommy Bahama dress.
Mhm.
It is
yes.
a little black dress.
Mhm.
It's simple. So yeah, I agree.
Right, but-
Restraint in all things.
but now
Color,
here-
fabric.
Now, wait a
the
minute.
number of
Yes,
items.
yes, yes.
I would say not in all things because here's the thing.
Texture is something you want
When
to
you're
be
picking
big.
out, for example, a candlestick to go in here, I would say you don't want maybe too many candlesticks, but an very elegant candlestick with beautiful ornate details is
Yes,
fine.
Yes.
That kind, you don't need to be exercising so much restraint with the design of, something that's just overly elegant, and that's the way
No.
that's what the French
Right.
get right.
Because we
All-
don't feel it's not restraint is not equal to being puritanical.
Well,
It doesn't
that's-
have to be
Mhm.
shaker like in its simplicity.
But
You
I think
can
this
have
is what
gilded things, but you want to do it in a restrained,
Can I throw this in?
tasteful way.
What is elegant in my style may not be in yours, and what is elegant in your style may not be in mine. But there are principles. Like for me, my house, to have a very ornate candlestick would look out of place. But for me, something beautiful, like a big mercury glass, chunky candle would look very much in place. So
Right.
what you're saying, and here's what less is more, but also bigger is better. Like bigger things, less of them.
Well, think of the way the French do things. I mean, they're not known, but they just get this right. They get the design stuff right so many times of the classic French style. Less is more in that a lot of the fabrics are kind of simplistic, but they may have a chair with just incredible curvy lines and detail. It's not, all these straight lines and it's not a simple design on the chair. It's just beautifully elegant and detailed.
I don't know. I think Toile's pretty busy.
Well, no, right. There are some fabrics like that,
Mhm.
but I'm just saying there's so many, like the checks are so popular, for example, so elegant. The stripes. So, but even a toile, it tends to just be two colors.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
So
it is a
versus
busy.
something-
it is a busy motif.
Right. But but it's kind of, to me, it's using the restraint carefully. You're going to use it. You're going to be very conscious about how you use this restraint. You don't have to be restrained in everything in the room. That's what I'm trying to say. But you have to be very careful about it. And I hold myself back a lot when I'm really trying to design a room with elegance. I hold back. And that's what I think about, that I do more than anything else. It's what I don't put in the room more than even what I do put in the room.
I can tell that from your designs. That's very true. And that works so well for you. I think another thing is that elegance takes time. Good design takes time. It's something that you can't just slap up there.
Yes,
I think
true.
it's something, like you said, Kelly, the buzzword curate. And I think a curated look takes time.
Right. Another tip I'm going to give here on adding elegance to a room, and I know there's going to be an eye roll over there in Pasadena that may not come out vocally.
Oh, no, I can be very vocal. I live with some pro eye rollers. So
well, I thought you might, because I live with one myself. Truly professional. So, but I talked about before the manor housers and how I like the conservatory and,
Oh, I love that about you.
Oh, yeah. Stop it. Anyway, but it's true that if you want to add elegance, I do highly recommend that you look in some magazines or on Pinterest, but some of these, not just any magazine, some magazine like Veranda or Traditional Home or House Beautiful, it just shows, especially some of these, European fine homes. That's where you're going to really see this old world elegance. And
no eye roll here. And that's exactly what you're talking about. Our notes have overlapped.
We didn't talk about this.
Yeah. 3 words down from restraint on my little sheet of paper here is old world. And I think that is really key to a certain look. Having elegance. As Yvonne's saying, there's different elegance for different looks.
True.
There can be a very traditional, elegant look, and then there's obviously the stunning French country farmhouse look that Anita has going on, and that has such an elegance to it. Yvonne's home has such an elegance too. Dare I say, my home with a little bit more glam has elegance to it. But I think, the old world, maybe that's not exactly what you want to emulate. But if you take a look at these different magazines or on Pinterest, like Anita's talking about, and you just see how they put a room together, or see those touches that the elegant touches that resonate with you. Maybe you like a gilded picture frame, or maybe you say, I like that, but I want to bring it in a different way. So you do some sort of more of a brass look, like Yvonne's saying, maybe not the gilded candlestick, but the big chunky Mercury candlestick, but you're still adding this element of elegance.
And can I piggyback off of that? Also, know what high-end things look like.
Yeah. Well, that is exactly what I was going to say, Yvonne. So I'm going to add on to that. And kind of tie it into what we're talking about, this old world elegance. If you look at these old magazines, if you look at, maybe you're even looking at images on Pinterest, study these houses, these old houses in France and England and in other countries, and even in the US. And even if you don't particularly want that style, you can pick up, just look at how they did it, and you'll get some ideas of things you can do in your home to add elegance, because there's something you can pull from those pieces for your home.
I so agree with that. I'm always studying, like if I come across a magazine or even a blog, like I love that room. You're just drawn to it. You think, what is it about it? I will literally, sometimes I'll even print it off if it's on my computer. I pour over that and say, what is the design that I absolutely love here? Is it the curtains? Is it the way the falls? Is it the chair? Is it the repeated pattern? Is it the texture in the room? Is it the fabric? Is it the lines? There's something that makes that room so beautiful to me and elegant. Because elegant, I think, can be described. You can do that in almost any style at all. It's a matter of elevating that. So you want to know what those things are, know what the real things look like, and then fake it.
So I thought it would be good maybe to talk about some specifics, and because I think we do have certain things. And so Yvonne, yours is going to be a little different from mine, maybe, or from Kelly's, but we all have tips. We all have certain things that we add to our homes that we think, or to rooms that we design that we think add elegance. So I would love for us to say some specific things. And the first thing I'm going to say, and again, it's a French chair, which obviously is French style. It's my French style. It fits in my style. But the thing is, a French chair gives elegance to any room. And I think Yvonne will agree with me that you can add that, because she has a couple of French chairs, even though her style is not French, they add an elegance to the room.
Yes, they do. I love them. Yeah, they're French, but they sort of transcend depending on the fabric that you put on them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay. All right.
I have an idea. Something gilded, whether it be an old frame or I would also be saying a candlestick, or even a little collection
Florentine
of
box.
Frames. Florentine box, the Florentine nesting tables that we all love. I have those, got such a deal on them. That sort of chippy old gilded. Now, again, that might not be everybody's look, but for me, I think that adds a level of elegance, because I'm not doing it in an over the top way.
It's a kind
even
of
though it's a little glammy.
It's a little faded elegance, because a lot of times
it's a little faded.
kind of worn off a little bit, but it's
and
beautiful.
It doesn't have to be gold. It can be silver. It can be copper. They're all beautiful.
You know what I really love about California, in a sense, and this transcends geographic location and state lines and all of that, but I'm just going to call it, for lack of a better term, is this California elegance, which really means
it's a little relaxed but elegant.
Yes, very casual elegance. And so, and also brings in that mix of high and low that we love. Like maybe you have a rustic bench, but you have a cashmere throw on it, or a cashmere-like throw on it, right?
I love that.
Because
Kelly,
again,
that's my favorite.
Elegance does not have to be expensive. You don't have to use those two words. They are not. They don't go hand in hand. So you can definitely achieve elegance on a beer budget if you do it right and you listen to us, because we've all done it. I mean, sometimes you have to splurge, or you want to splurge on a certain thing, but the Gianettis nail California elegance.
Oh, they definitely do.
So we'll refer you to, either Velvet and Linen or some of their books to have a look at what they're doing. So it's definitely very relaxed. The place that Peter and I went for our anniversary not too long ago, Los Olivos, the whole town exudes California casual elegance.
Hey, Kelly,
it's just fabulous.
Did Emmett have something he wanted to say today?
Well,
don't you have a new member of your family first?
Well, we do. Rescued a little tiny doggy.
She is so cute.
Wow.
She is cute. So if anybody follows me on Instagram, you've probably seen Edith already.
Welcome,
Edith.
Edith and Emmett. Isn't that adorable?
Well, I want to see some matching little cute outfits for them.
Well, today she had a little hoodie on from American Apparel that we had bought for Emmett when he was little, and he grew
She
out
stole
of it.
it from Emmett?
Well, the girls couldn't wait. It was a hand-me-down. The girls couldn't wait to put that back on a dog because it's just so cute. And so she was wearing that. It was a little chilly here today. Oh. But yeah, it's kind of a long, kooky story. But yeah, Edith, I found myself saying to this woman, if you don't find a home for her, maybe you should take my number. And about 45 minutes later, after I had gone for a walk with this dog and Emmett, I had Edith in the backseat of my car, and I was bringing her home to my unknowing family.
Oh, I love that story.
Yeah, it was fun. So anyway, she's this absolute delight, and I think she is as happy to be here as we are.
Oh, that's so dear. Well, welcome to the DTT
and Emmett loves
family,
her.
Edith.
Really?
Yeah. So Edith, and I have to say, Edith, she is quite a lady. She's adding a little elegance to my sofa that Yvonne loves.
Oh, I love that
because
sofa.
Now Emmett is on the sofa, and then she is on the other end of the sofa, and she looks quite elegant laying there, watching the world go by.
Oh, well, that sounds wonderful. Okay, well, another thing that you can do to add to a room to add elegance is silver. And
Mhm.
Like real silver, like silver,
well, it could be
like pictures and stuff.
it could be fake silver, it could just be the color, but I actually do like using silver plate items, and then they do tarnish over time. Some of the quadruple plate that's very old kind of gets to a place where it doesn't shine up anymore.
What's quadruple plate?
Well, I think it's from the Victorian times, but it's a triple, 4 plates. But when it kind of wears over time, it doesn't always shine really well. But
so it gets dipped 4 times?
I think it gets dipped 4 times, but the patina is really over. I love it. I have a silver teapot that I don't even polish it. That's that quadruple plate, but it has a very different look than regular
I don't
silver
polish it.
plate.
Well,
I like it
I'm
looking
the
the way it
mad
does.
polisher, but let me tell you, I set a Thanksgiving table, like, we always set like the dry run Thanksgiving table, and I posted it. And this is the first time I set a table and did not polish the silver, because I thought my table was basically white. And I thought it looked so pretty with that patina
did.
on it. And I was going to polish it. And I thought, you know what? I bet you this would look pretty against all the white. And it really did.
Don't you just love a great recommendation from a friend? Well, we're delighted to be recommending these companies and their wonderful products to you today. And let them know your friends at DTT sent you. Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfasts, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. Go ahead, clean out your closet, then head straight to Quince. I love every item Quince offers, from wardrobe to decor, and I can really recommend their Ultra Stretch Super Wide Leg Pant at $49.90. The price is unbeatable, and the look is so flattering. It keeps you in on top and flares out of the bottom. Everything feels right with Quince. The price, the quality, and the sustainability. Quince offers a range of luxury wardrobe and home goods at prices within reach. And like Quince's clothing, their home goods are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. Once you've cleaned out your closet and refreshed with Quince, you can also add something to your home decor. So give your wardrobe and your home the refresh it needs with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. And let me know how you love those pants.
I think another thing that gives elegance is like hang those curtains really high, let them pool on the floor. And
True.
even I don't have, I have a farmhouse, but it's an upscale, more elegant farmhouse. And that works for almost any style. That's just beautiful and elegant and luxurious.
Well, and I love the mix of the refined and the rustic.
Me and you
So
both.
to me,
Ding, ding, ding. Me too.
having a rustic farmhouse with this elegant elements is a beautiful juxtaposition, which is another one of our favorite words.
But
and it just works so beautifully
Anita,
together.
in my house, I have more like a high end look. And I mix the little bit, instead of doing it the way you're saying, I have the more high end and I mix the sort of the farmhouse rustic into it to bring it down just a little. So it's not too staid or not too formal looking.
Well, I love the mix, and I think that's what gives it its edge and
I
interest.
love that word. I love to have a little bit of an edge, a decorative edge, a little tension. Love it.
Yeah.
Now, this is the death knell to elegance.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
Did Emmett do something in there?
No. Cute.
Oh, cutesy.
Oh, yeah, no.
Cutesy.
Cute.
Oh,
Cutesy.
Oh,
yes,
cutesy.
yes.
No.
No
cutesy.
cutesy.
Don't do it.
Well, that's what I was actually, and so when I said it's kind of about what I don't put in a room, to me that's elegance. All the cutesy stuff doesn't go in.
Yeah.
Because the cutesy is cutesy.
What do you do with that?
Well,
I don't have it. You don't have it.
It goes in the closet and then discreetly to a friend.
Our goodwill is filled with cutesy.
Yeah, because people are getting rid of their cutesy. Yeah. Even I had like a ceramic jack-o'-lantern. You know, he's not a pumpkin because he has a face. And I was like, I don't know. But I spray painted him. And now he looks really nice. And that's fine. But yeah, it's actually, yes. It's
I knew it.
Deeper.
I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can bling it up, maybe it won't look so cutesy.
Yeah. Exactly. Like my rooster. But yeah, cutesy, like, you know, just if cutesy's your gig and your grandchildren made it or your kids made it, well, first, if cutesy's your thing,
go for it. Yeah.
Have at it. Okay.
Right.
And if it's something that your children made or your grandchildren made or something that's sentimental and you take out every year, like I have those Martinelli's candlesticks that my Girl Scout troop made. Well, I brought all 7 of those out that I have. And, you know, I lit them all up on, you know, I use them as the centerpiece of our Halloween, casual dinner that we had just had for our family. So cute. But I didn't decorate with them. You know, I just used them for a little bit and then they went away. I wouldn't put them all over the house, but that's me. But if you are interested in going for a more elegant look, start to look at your items and maybe curate out the cute.
Yeah, or maybe even kind of put all of those in just one room for now, or try just putting them in the closet for a while, see how that works. Maybe it's something special to you, so you don't have to get rid of it. But yeah, I mean, if you're wanting that elegance, that it could really be fighting with you.
Yes, you don't want your cute stuff fighting with you.
That would be like a
stressful.
Chucky nightmare, right?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
All of a sudden, that jack-o'-lantern comes out with a dagger.
Okay, so while we're talking,
put me out.
So while we're talking about this, like, what's your stance on the dolls? Because I get a little weirded out with the dolls staring at me.
I am not.
The dolls?
You know,
what dolls?
I don't like the baby dolls.
Don't you know people that have the 30 dolls in the room?
Yeah, they're a little creepy.
I don't.
It scares
I don't associate with people that have.
It's scary.
No, I don't know. I don't. No, I have this really scary picture of dolls that I found at a yard sale. In
oh my gosh!
And they were the really old ones, and I was like,
I'll tell you the scariest thing I saw is somebody took a doll head, one of those porcelain or bisque heads, and then took the eyes out and then put a light bulb in it.
Oh.
And so the light was coming through the eyes. Oh, it was creepy. Okay.
That's kind of creepy.
Don't worry about the doll.
Like
worry about the person who did it.
Really. Maybe unfriend them on Facebook. Well, I don't know if Round Top has that sort of.
I understand what you're saying.
As much of a hipster edge as the Rose Bowl does, but you find stuff like that at the Rose Bowl where they'll have a giant bowl of like doll parts.
Oh yeah, they've got that.
And like
here.
it's on a coffee table. Like that's kind of creepy.
Sort of that. They've got that kitschy, throwback.
Yes, there's definitely
hipster.
And
hipster
each venue, because there's hundreds of venues, they kind of have a vibe. So some venues have more the kind of kitschy thing. Some have more like the 50s, mid-century modern look, and then others it's more the French country. I mean, it's all different.
Right. So anyway, some people, when they think of the word elegance, they might think stuffy. Like let's think of the White House, right? I mean, I think I don't know who's decorating it now, but I think that Michael Smith was the decorator, and he has a very traditional look. I think he did that when the Obamas were in there. And it's really, it's the White House. So it's kind of stuffy. It's a sort of colonial and it's very formal and it's probably very symmetrical. And while it's beautiful and elegant, people might think to themselves, well, elegance is equated with stuffiness. So I'm not.
No, it can be so
in my house,
welcoming.
So therefore I don't want elegance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's so welcoming. And really, when you think about elegance, it's maybe spending a little bit more on that pillow or throw. Not every single one, but getting something in there that's cashmere, that's Belgian linen, that is an authentic.
And I think
fabric.
you can. I think you can hone your eye to pick up things that are elegant, even though they're not costly. It's just that look, and you hone that look by finding what you like and what's beautiful about it and doing that over and over and over again. I can go shopping anywhere and
if
pick
you
out
like the lines
those
of it,
elegant, beautiful things.
Right. And if it has elegant lines, paint it, spray paint it. Like my jack-o'-lantern. He looks so much better now than when he was orange.
Do you turn his face to the wall though?
No, because he has like an opening in the back where you can put a candle. So he looks fabulous. But
nice.
He's going to go away now because now, that's a Halloween thing.
Yeah, it's after Halloween.
Well, before we go, I want to ask you this.
This
is sort of off the subject. This will sort of...
Oh, we can't go off the subject.
Sorry, not today. About holiday and Christmas. Have you started, like, all of my stuff is already coming down and I'm starting to put up Christmas things. See, I'll get blowback from my readers because I keep saying to them, listen, you don't want to wait till 3 weeks before because then you don't have any of these ideas you might want to use.
Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh, so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. We're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about, visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. Inevitably, with the new year come wellness goals. One very effective and easy to reach goal is to add Dose to your wellness regime. Dose is expertly formulated organic wellness shots that support your liver in one delicious drink. Formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support liver health. Potent turmeric, milk thistle, and ginger. There's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Did you know that your liver performs over 500 special functions? Since I learned all that my liver is doing, I started with Dose to support all those vital functions. I take a shot of refreshing Dose 2 times per week to combat everyday toxins from food, meds, alcohol, and unhealthy air. Since starting with Dose about a month ago, I am definitely feeling an overall improvement in my health. So if you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health like I have, Dose is offering DTT listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. So go to dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. That's dosedaily.co.co/DTT and use the code DTT.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we have to start early because... Yeah, I mean, it's not, if we're giving them ideas 3 weeks before, they've already got their ideas.
3 weeks before Christmas, I'm done with Christmas and I'm already starting New Year.
I have to say, I'm generally tardier in that blogger world than you guys are. I mean, but even me, like sometimes I think by the time Christmas gets here, I'm like, isn't it St. Patrick's Day yet? Like what happened? So I try not to get too
I
far
don't
ahead,
usually
but
do things
I had
like
something
St. Patrick's,
exciting.
but I do Thanksgiving, Christmas, fall, that kind of things. Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, not even for decorating for it, but I just feel like the year
Oh,
has gone
okay.
by. Like
Where
it can't
is it?
still be December because I just started December in, November 1st. But anyway, I haven't decorated for Christmas because I had something kind of exciting happen. I had people come and do a video tour of my house. And so it's up on my blog.
Let's link to
It's
that.
there
Good.
today. But by the time you guys
I
listen to this,
saw
I
it'll
haven't
be
seen
there
it
for
yet,
a
so I will
week.
definitely have to do it.
It's adorable. There's 2 videos, one the tour, and then you got to also link up the interview
Oh,
that you did.
so
which
now
was
who
wonderful,
did that
Kelly.
for you, Kelly?
Well, it's so interesting. And I'm not going to tell the whole story because not that I'm making people go to my blog, but it's already
My Soulful
we're already
Home.
running over today and I don't want to hog up all the time. But yeah, it's mysoulfulhome.com and I'll link to it. It's Mary Beth Evans Schwartz, and she somehow came into my life, and you can read about it there. But
she's
is
Days of Our Lives.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
so she's
Okay,
a
now this is
blogger,
clicking.
but
You did tell me about this.
Yes. But she's been a soap opera star and been on various shows for the last 30 years. So she's this wonderful woman, and she turns out to be my neighbor.
Maybe you could be on it.
So
Maybe
I walk
you could
past
be
her
on
house
Days
all
of
the
Our
time.
Lives. Do you know what?
I didn't even
You'd
think about
actually
that
be
angle.
pretty good at that, Kelly, because you're fun and full of energy.
So are the sands in the hourglass. So are the days of our lives. I remember that. My grandma used to watch that one. I know Mary Beth was not on it when my grandma and I were watching it when I was 5, but she's been on it for quite a while.
Wow.
So thanks for being with us today. We had a great time, and we're here to remind you that we are here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time. Hey, everybody. We want to thank you so much for listening to Decorating Tips and Tricks. And we want to make it even easier for you to listen. And it's easier if you subscribe. You just click the subscribe button on our website, www.decoratingtipsandtricks.com, or you can subscribe through Apple Podcast or any of your favorite podcast listeners. When you subscribe, DTT comes free right to you 3 days a week. So until next time.